Guys, I want us to talk about the latest update that has to do with Nigerian football. We are going to talk about the Super Eagles of Nigeria as they prepare for their World Cup 2026 qualifiers playoff against Gabon, and also talk about the situation with the coach chelle, amongst many others. My name is Adam. You can call me Ebuka, and I'm here with
Chinedu in the building.
Yes, so guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and also turn on notification. Quickly, let's jump into it. You know there is an online fight happening as I'm speaking to you between Nigeria and South Africa. Nigeria's NFF president, Pinnick, and also South Africa's Minister of Sports, Gayton Mackenzie, are engaged in a serious battle on social media. Now, what is happening is the South African president says Nigeria should not qualify to the World Cup. If it was left for only him, they should send another African country to the World Cup. You understand? That is what he's saying. Even in fact, let me read the statement so that you also say something about it. This is what he said, and I read. I heard you earlier saying that we South Africa are rooting for Nigeria. I want to make this very clear. I wish for them not to qualify. I just want to make one thing clear. They tried. I knew what they did behind the scenes. I want them to lose. Nigeria must not go to the World Cup. Another African country must go. These are the exact words of the minister from South Africa. What do you have to say about this?
Fine. You see, sometimes football banter and other things, but you have to understand that we are all not Christ-like when it comes to football. When you make a mistake, we all stand on top and penalize you for that. He's complaining because he thinks Nigeria is part of the reason why their 3 points were deducted by Stat. But let's be frank with each other. Nigeria just capitalized on their errors. Nigeria didn't enforce you or allow you or lead you into making that silly error that you did. I don't think Nigeria, even the person who is the coach, Oligo Brooks, is a Nigerian. What they did was a simple error which was quietly avoided, and Nigeria just capitalized on that because you made an error and Nigeria saw it fit that what is happening there, we can benefit from this, so why not? Because they didn't start the qualifier as well, and since they didn't start well, they were looking for all enemies. So Nigeria were the people who even prompts that this is something that has happened, and this is football, this is part of the game, it happens everywhere in Europe, wherever. This is not the first time something like this is happening, so I don't know why I don't know why it's taking this personal. And this is nothing like sabotage. The question is, did you commit the crime or not?
Instead of them blaming the person responsible,
you are blaming
the team manager or the coaches.
Thank you.
You are blaming Nigeria for an error you committed.
Nigeria just prompted FIFA that this is what has been done, and FIFA watched through. And fine, luckily Nigeria wasn't the one who meted out the punishment. It was FIFA. So FIFA, whatever Nigeria complained about, FIFA realized that what they are saying, that is the truth, and they punish you dearly for that. And whose mistake? So next time you just, this what he's doing, fine, it's normal banter, but this is totally unnecessary because
he's too emotional.
It's too emotional because this error was committed by your country. This is not a football game and say maybe the referee the game against you or something like that, or they favor Nigeria and you come and be no, this is something that you committed, and the law is there clear for everyone. If it was Nigeria, I believe South Africa would have done the same thing. So you should stop behaving hypocritically like if it was Nigeria, South Africa would have ignored it. You have done the same thing. So when you do this, you will be punished. And after all, who benefited from the point? It was Rwanda or another thing. So you stop whatever they are saying and focus. They have qualified. I'm happy. For me, I was rooting for them to qualify because of the way they qualified. But what he's doing there, I see it's a bit childish and unnecessary. You have qualified, and next time you make sure that you don't commit such administrative error again. Otherwise, they will punish you. Even Ghana can report to you. They will punish you because that is the law. That is what is there. So when you flout the law, you'll be punished. So you should stop behaving childishly.
So guys, you have heard from China concerning that he spoke like a Nigerian. Yeah, Ghanaian cool now. But then what I want to say is that like South Africa has already qualified to the World Cup. So what is all this rant about? Saying that Nigeria should not qualify another. Who made you judge? Like Gayton, who even made you judge? This error is not the fault of Nigeria. You committed the error yourself. And it's not like South Africa is above the law. And if you are talking about, if you ask even other African countries who they want or a country they want to represent Africa at the world stage, trust me, they are going to mention Nigeria instead of South Africa. Now, let me tell you what Pinnick, the NFF president, said in response to this particular one. I'm going to read this very, very quickly. Now, he says that if If it was the wish of God that Nigeria should qualify for the World Cup, the South African sports minister Kelle's statement cannot stop it from happening. Thank you. That's a very beautiful statement. He added that it is unfortunate to have someone like Mackenzie appointed a minister in a developed, civilized country like South Africa. I know several people in South Africa who are knowledgeable in football matters and will not speak with such hatred like Mackenzie. The South African Football Association, Safa, I am sure are aware that this is their mistake that led to the deduction of 3 points from the Bafana, and they have owned up to the error. Why then should a sports minister decide to put the blame for these consequences on Nigeria? I would rather say that the minister is an ingrate for not thanking Super Eagles for defeating Benin Republic in Uyo. He did not realize that if Benin had won or drawn that game in Uyo, South Africa will not be able to be the beneficiary of the Group C direct qualification ticket to the World Cup. This is coming from Melvin Pennick Amuju. Let me know what you think about this down below in the comments. This is a proper rebuttal to that statement.
He just spoke exactly what I said. The mistake is coming from new people, so why are you complaining, my brother? And fine, you've benefited from Nigeria winning Benin, so why the complaint? It's totally unnecessary.
Automatically, you have gone to the World Cup, so there is no need to drag this.
Nigeria beats Benin to give you an easy breather because you won your game without, like, if Nigeria didn't win, now before they were going calculation, you scored 3, you scored 4, you scored this. So
if Nigeria did not win, both Nigeria and South Africa would have missed out, and only Benin would have gone.
Thank you.
You understand? So at this point, Nigeria indirectly made a favor for themselves and also for South Africa.
So why are you complaining?
I don't even know why they are complaining. But then, guys, this is our own takes on the fight happening on social media between the South African Minister of Sports, Art and Culture and also the NFF President Amuju Pennick Melvin. Let us know what you think about it down below in the comments. Now, let's talk about the playoffs. It is happening November 13th, but there are certain issues concerning the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Now, this month, when they played the qualifiers, the last round, they were having injury issues. Ola Aina not being around, a lot of players, Cyril Dessers, like you can list a lot of key players that were not around. The injuries are still on.
And Dele Bashir.
So now the injuries are still on, and the latest victim is Terry Murphy of OG Sinis, who was part of the squad. This time around, he has sustained a calf injury in training, and he's likely to miss the next game Nigeria is going to play. Now, there is a big question on social media as to who should replace Terry Murphy in the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
I think it's almost a month. I think 3 weeks and some days. Few weeks, anything can happen. So now they shouldn't be thinking about who should replace him. We should just hope that the rest of the players and most of them will be fit before that day comes, so that we will know, because we sure that now anything can happen now, because that's football for you. Even just one match can change anything. So now for them thinking about who to replace him now, I think it's premature now. They should just wait and hope that by the coming weeks and their players will not get injured and will be growing in confidence and in form, because Lookman and others, I'm hoping that Lookman will pick up, so that by the time the next international break comes, then he will be fully fit and ready, because he's lacking match fitness and things a lot. You can see it from his play and other things. So this is what you'll be hoping about. And Terry Murphy, let's be frank, he's not a guaranteed starter. So there's not something that you should think about who placing him now. You just hope that when the time comes, most of the players will be fit, because I know that before the time we reach, the coach already has his plan. So we shouldn't just relax and see what will happen.
So as Chanana said, I also want to say the same thing. Terry Murphy is not a starter, so this shouldn't be a headache. But bringing in another player wouldn't be bad, because the other forwards were equally doing a wonderful job out there. Paul Onuachu, I was even surprised he was not called, because doing a wonderful job with Trabzonspor this season, the
scoring for fun.
Just scoring anyhow. So if there is anyone who could probably replace him, would be Paul Onuachu for him. But also Semi Ajayi would be missing that game for Nigeria because of accumulated yellow cards. He's going to be suspended in that game. And if you all saw what he did in the game against Benin, you know that this is a big miss for Nigeria, because Trusekon has become error prone. He does a lot of errors in games for Nigeria now. But having him Semi Ajayi out, there is a high likelihood that Trusekon is going to play in the next game. Do you think it really shakes up the foundation of Nigeria's Super Eagles?
Not really. I think Nigeria have a lot of talent to be able to replace him, even though he will be hugely missed because of the inconsistency of Trusekon. But I know that the coach, because things like this have come earlier, he's going to plan for it. So I don't think they'll be really affected too much. And even last time, Sunday Olise even said that they should bench Trust Econ for now because he thinks for now there is a bit shaky on that, so they should bench him for now. Even though he's the captain and is needed, they should bench him for now. And fine, since they started calling, I think it has been consistent, so they should just give him at least a break or something. Like, so I like what
the captain.
No, not that they shouldn't call. They should call in, but sometimes when you sit outside and study the game before coming in, to be better, because sometimes we all pass through bad patches.
Nigeria have no problem because you can play Frederick Benjamin and also play Calvin Bassey. So right centre back, left centre back. Then you can just put players in that because they have options for fullback. Bruno Inyemechi can play right to Saïd Samuel. Like put players, like just play them. They'll sort it out. I think the coach.
I'm saying that since things like this are coming earlier, it's far better. So that your coach will be able to map up a strategy before the day comes. So, and Mr. Kushel, with what he has shown so far, we are sure that he has a strategy and he will strengthen it before that game comes, because we want Nigeria to beat Gabon and qualify to the World Cup.
Now, speaking about the coach, there is this report coming from Osasu talking about payment packages both for the coaches and players. And I want us to talk about it, especially qualifiers like this. Is it a thing of pride or money is a motivator? What is the motivator? But then first, let me read the statement. It states that Nigerian coach Eric Sakushel has held talks over a new pay package after leading the team to the World Cup qualifiers playoff. It was agreed that he will get a new bonus package if he qualifies the team to the World Cup via the playoffs. All outstanding money due to Eric Sakushel is also to be paid to enable him to focus on the task of getting Nigeria through. There is also a plan to negotiate a fresh bonus package for the Super Eagles of Nigeria players for the World Cup, and this package is to motivate the players. What do you have to say about this?
You see, with Eric Sakushel, what you read, they show that they are owing him some 1 or 2 things. For that one, if they are paying that one,
just to motivate him to continue.
They should give him his money, because it's better to have to pay him than having an arrest. That one is good. But for, I think, World Cup qualifying for World Cup is a whole motivation on its own. Fine, money is very good and it's very important. For me, I support the players being well paid, because a player can come to the national team and get a career-defining injury, and that is all. So when they are paid, they are paid. But qualifying for the World Cup, I think it should be more than money, because these players, they want to qualify. Let's take Ghana for instance. The players were taking 10,000, but
it was reduced to
5,000. And he told them that when you qualify, we will pay you the additional 5,000. That's accepted, you understand? So something like this there. But for me, if they want to increase their money or something, I don't support it, because these players, they have to play and qualify to the World Cup. They don't need to increase their money before you play and qualify to the World Cup. And when you play and qualify to the World Cup, I think any other things can be added on to you. But for now, for them doing this, because no, they are already motivated enough. If you tell me that the players are not motivated enough and they want more money, and I'll be hugely disappointed in them. I'll be hugely disappointed.
But you know, one thing you also have to know is playing for your country is more or less like you are working. You don't want a situation where a player comes to play, let's say he's not paid too well, and he says that he deserves a spot because he put his, after disqualifiers, no one deserves a spot. You have to either be in form or be in shape to be part of the squad.
You are being paid.
So you are paid to play, like you are doing a job. So
we don't owe you.
You are, okay, this is what you are telling you. Okay, do this job. Okay, qualify us to the World Cup and we pay you. But that does not mean it guarantee you of going to. That's why I feel like the money aspect is also good, because there are people who like do crazy things, especially when money is involved. Like, okay, I'm going to pay you an extra 10,000, just get me there. They are going to put their lives on the line. There are people who are wired like that. You understand my point?
I just want you to know that when it comes to national team, you're all aware that money is not a motivation factor. It's been for pride, even though, because the players, they get paid at their club and other things. So fine, that's why we give them bonuses. That's why it's not salary.
Salary is bonuses. You
understand? So that
performance expect that.
That's why when you get this bonus. So this is not something that you can't be demanding for more or something. No,
they are not demanding. No, is the NFF that is trying to do like, okay, you know what? Let's motivate them. And their best part of motivating is using money, which I feel like it's not a bad idea, but I feel like there are other ways that they could have.
That's what I'm saying. That I'm not blaming the player. I'm just trying to say if these players are not motivated enough and more money will motivate, then I'll be disappointed in them. But I'm just saying that if for now the NFF, because sometimes to say something like this, it's like maybe they are seeing some signs or other things. That's why I'm saying that if these players are not motivated to qualify Nigeria for the World Cup, and it will take the NFF to bring them more money before, I'll be disappointed in them, because this country need the World Cup, and when they qualify for the World Cup,
the players
you get huge money and all that stuff.
Your CV will be better.
Even when you qualify, you get huge money for qualifying. All those things comes with huge money, so it will come far bigger than getting what even playing. So why don't you want to qualify? You understand? So the money there is good, but for this instance, I think the money there, Eric Shell or the players, if they are owing them an arrest, they should pay them for that one there.
For Eric Shell's issue, I think it's serious, because Joseph Pesaro, the coach that sent Nigeria to the AFCON, and the reason why he decided not to continue was because of payments. They were owing him arrears.
That's what I'm saying. That Eric Shell, they are owing.
Yeah, they have to.
They should pay all that one. But Eric Shell, because qualifying for the World Cup, who increase his CV and his next contract. So for now, the arrest must be paid. But talking about new bonuses, you can make promises to them.
But to qualify to the World Cup,
that's one that is understandable. It's an incentive, but it shouldn't be the main motive for them to play to qualify, because the country wants them to qualify. They've disappointed us enough. And so if we want, you see, sometimes we don't like this hula baraba, but you know how sometimes we, the fans and things, we talk when it comes into money and other things surrounding the place, because we will see them as not being patriotic or something enough, because we all know the white players. You have issues with the white when it comes to their country.
Some of them even donate their money to
most of them don't even get, let me be frank with you, most of them don't even get what the African players get. Some of them, Spain and things, you check, they pay them 4,000 and 3,000 winning bonus. Most of our African countries, we get more above 7,000, 8,000. Even Ghana is paid 10,000. So that should tell you that when it comes to money, the whites don't need. But look at, they give more than what these black players give to us. That's why sometimes when it comes to money, we get emotional. We the fans and things, we don't want to hear any controversy around money or salary, because it will piss the fans off.
Yeah, sure.
Because you think you are not patriotic enough. Because those countries that are winning the World Cup and things, they don't even pay winning bonuses as much as we, the Africans, we pay to our players when they come to play.
I get it. You know why I believe, even as much as maybe it shows that okay, patriotism and everything, but you remember Ghana's case where the whole money issue, you have to take money from Ghana to was it Brazil?
Brazil.
So Brazil
affected.
It really distorted stuff. But you could see the whole thing was just down to money. Like the players wanted to be motivated by money. And you know one thing. Let me just add one thing. The players, I feel like they are doing a job. Yeah. There's no way you say, oh, okay, after playing, thank you very much for your service for your country. So you are being paid for a job. So after being paid, after that, we don't want any player coming out and saying that I deserve to go to the World Cup. Nobody deserves. Nobody has ownership of a position in the Super Eagles. After you are paid and you are qualified, let the coach do his job. He should pick players based on their performance. Don't come out and say, oh, I deserve. You have been paid, period.
You have been paid. You have been paid. You have been paid.
You understand?
Yeah, you have been paid. So that one, as you have been paid, you have to do the job.
Do your job. Then afterwards, don't come and complain that, oh, I played and that's why not sending me to the World Cup. You have been paid. You don't.
When you come to that's why when you come to the Black Stars, national teams, money are given based on per diems or that things. You see those things, you won't get them at your club because they pay you weekly or monthly. So but when you come
this one is bonuses.
So you see, that's why I'm saying that fine, we give you money to ties you and so we give you enough. Let's say one football game you win and you take $5,000 or $10,000. Wow,
it's good.
The whole country, let's be frank, most people work for the government. Their whole year salary will reach $10,000 a year. But you just one game you play and take. That's why I say that we give them, when it comes to the winning bonus, we give them enough. That's why sometimes when it comes to this money issues, we the fans will become irritated because we know how sometimes the money is in this country. So when you give a whole lot to a player, which we know that's what, because one injury and his career is over. We've seen several players who have got injured for the Black Stars or the Nigeria Enters ended their career. So we will not sit down down and behave like hypocrites and say they shouldn't pay. They should pay them well, but the players too, they should give their best, and they shouldn't always talk about money.
Money shouldn't be the reason why you should go extra mile. You should go because
you want to do something.
You want to do something for your country.
Sometimes you don't realize that when you leave a name for your country, you will forever be remembered.
Exactly.
You will forever sing your name. Look at Benipele, look at Okocha, look at them, Amokachi and things. Look at them. We mention their names and things. Fine, they are not rich like the players that we have now, but they will never be forgotten because what they achieved, not because of the money. So sometimes these players leave a legacy and stop fighting over money because your clubs pay you well enough. I don't think any player lives on the national team money. You see, so sometimes you guys should relax. You guys should relax.
So guys, if you are going to leave it here, let's know from you down below in the comments as to whether money should be a motivator for the Super Eagles, or a tin of pride, patriotism should be a motivator to the players playing in this particular qualifiers to help Nigeria qualify to the World Cup. My name is Adam. Once again, you can call me Ebuka, and I'm here with
Chinedu in the building.
We'll make sure to see you in the next one. We go bye.